Hello there, guys. I have no idea if this headphone works. I'm just going to put it like this for the moment. Well, I have to say I'm completely and utterly failing myself. This is meant to be the greatest week of the year, and I can't even get out of my kitchen because every time I try to get back onto schedule again, it's around the houses, same shit, different time, and it's like I literally have a routine where I don't want to engage with anybody. Sorry, I'm not here to talk. I'm here to offload because I'm going to explode. I'm going to get pissed off and I've had enough. And all I want as an EDS person and as an EDS mother is consistency in my home. Stability. So that means at 6 o'clock in the evening, when I like to come in, flick the kettle on, turn my boy's bath on, make sure everything's straight, shut down my kitchen, which means literally, Dean's already made a pizza for himself. I've already cleaned up after that. I've just managed to get a bonus from my skipping today, and literally shitloads of jars were all in the skip today in the bin. And got the boys a stunt kite and some rails and stuff like that. So I'm literally on the go all the time, constantly trying to get to, obviously, getting this paperwork done. The deadline is Sunday. Sunday I'm 42. There is a father in the house as well. So, you alright, darling? Yeah, it's past bedtime, isn't it? Yeah. Am I now going to go and maybe turn the bath on now I've done the kitchen for the third time since 6 o'clock? Yeah? Are we going to have some water? I managed to get a really, really cool painting easel for the boys today. When I had carers, when I was coming out of the wheelchair and stuff, I struggled because I never had any consistency. No consistency for me and my children. Things like not knowing where my tin openers were, not knowing where my cutlery was, making sure that things like my plates are stacked properly, because it hurts my wrists, it hurts my joints. I take my pain relief at around the same time because obviously I'm going to be up and down. I'm going to be getting a lot of stuff done. It causes me a lot of injury. I need people around me now who understand that my physical body doesn't work the same way as everybody else. My home needs a lot of structure, a lot of discipline. So that means if you make toast and you open up the fridge and you get the butter and you get the bread and everything out and then it goes on the side and you make the toast, it means that you have to be disciplined enough to then put it back where it came from in exactly the same place, yeah? The butter goes in exactly the same place in my home because I need things that way because my body manages that way. And I don't like to have to constantly find things. So I struggle with the fact that I'm not waking up in a bed. I'm not having a good night's sleep as it is. I've not got my morning routine. There's no stability for me whatsoever. Yeah? Okay. So I'm really glad that obviously EDS month is going on. And I just feel like games are played with me all the time. You want Tintin? Apologies, guys. I'm in the middle of a storm in my home, and I want to kick off and tell people it's not acceptable anymore. It's not acceptable. It's not acceptable for social workers to turn up at times that they think is convenient. It's not acceptable for people on different countries to try to bring me on their time schedule now. I'm going to succeed with my life. And the only way I'm going to succeed is to completely kick people out of my life now who can't work with me where I am in my life, yeah? My trauma is my trauma. I don't need people around me who think my trauma is a game. I don't need people around me who want to cause continuous trauma on top of trauma. So, people have been told this week, everybody's been told this week, the letters are going out, it's all been done. Now, unfortunately, I'm not on schedule. And the reason that I'm not on schedule is because I'm probably going to have to go and do the kitchen again. Now, someone like me can't sit down until everything's done in an evening, yeah? I'm one of them people that the kitchen's done, the bathroom's done, the kitchen, fridge, blah, 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 has to be done. So I'm exhausting myself every day on a daily basis to try to get into some form of functioning routine. Because the problem is when social services come in and sweep into your life, yeah, you actually do usually have a little bit of structure and routine in your life. And then when they come in, they've got a schedule. They've got to do things within 26 weeks. They've got to do things within 5 days. They've got whatever. And it's like, but hang on a minute. My life doesn't work like this. So now I've got to jump through hoops for people who... What do you want, sweetheart? Choo-choos. Yeah? So I have literally bent over backwards my entire life, yeah? Putting my life on hold to make everybody else happy, to try to do the best by everybody else, to make sure everybody else got what they need, to make sure... And do you know what? Today, Dean, yet again, cooked, because I've come back with some food and he's cooked. But it isn't for the family. It's just so he can eat. And it's like... I said, will the kids eat? I said, yes, of course the kids will eat. So just, Elijah probably won't, but they've already eaten. But Shiloh will probably. So please put some to the side for Shiloh, because otherwise he'll just eat mine. What do you want, sweetheart? You need a wee? Yeah. Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. Yeah, I've got to do this as well. And I've got to keep my head straight now, because... It's a time in my life now where I'm 42 years old, mate. And I can't be doing with people's bullshit anymore. I can't be doing with people's fear-mongering. I can't be doing with people's incorrect information, disinformation, people's opinions. I'm just very much looking forward to getting this book done. Selling my story. Yep. All right, Shiloh, you're going to have to wait for 2 seconds while I deal with Elijah. And I just want people in my life now that actually like me, yeah? I mean, like me, yeah? Where sunset, for me being up for sunset is actually important for them too. Because if I wake up in the morning and my discs are slipped, then I want people in my life who wake up and go, it's all right, I'm going to open the curtains for it. You know, she's laying in the beds. Hey, David, I just said I'm here to rant today. I'm here to get some shit off my chest, because I'm coming to a massive big crossroads in my life now. And when you cross the line into 40 anyway, you just get to this point where you're not an 18-year-old, you're not a 21-year-old. You know, you're not a 30-year-old who's just thinking about stuff. And I'm sure when I get to 50, I'll probably feel even better about stuff. And maybe when I'm 70, I might feel like I can go and get a PhD and, you know, actually maybe know something. But the fact is, we don't know everything. And it's like people are running around like they know everything. You know, so you know how they put a rocket in space, do you? You know how you turn a light on and the electricity comes out, do you? You know how your laptop works, do you? You turn your cooker on, you know how that actually works, do you? And it's like, we live in a society now where we're not meant to know everything. That's why we have community. That's why we have relationships with people and networks, because everybody's good at something different. Everybody isn't meant to be great at what everybody else is great at. And I can't be your clone anymore. I can't be what people want me to be anymore. I can't be this whatever. I can't even take the battering. I came to this really great point in my life in the last few weeks, and probably more so because of lockdown. And I really genuinely have put moments on. Do you know that I have had so many opportunities to go to Paris, by the way? And I've always gone, nah, when I go, mate, I'm going to be going hand in hand with my husband, and it's going to be the memory that we have together. Because what if I go on my own? It's fantastic. You look up, you look down, it's great. And you walk off, and that's great. You know, the greatest thing about actually building a life with... Hang on 2 seconds, because Dean's just gone out for a fag. And he's just coming in. Yeah, the greatest thing about, you know, why I wanted to actually build my life with someone is because, like, I can go and climb mountains, jump out of parachutes, go and... Let me just get the baby wipes, dude. Go and climb Tile Hall, do whatever it is that I want. But one day, I'm going to be sitting at my deathbed one day I'm going to be old. And one day I'm going to be, you know, wanting someone that I'm sitting there, and I don't mean gazing into each other's eyes all like lovingly. I mean someone that you can say, oh God,
let me try.
Do you remember like, do you remember when we had no sofa? Do you remember no bed? Do you remember when we found this little bird? Just 2 seconds, I've got to sort the pot out. And it's like, you know, I can come down off a mountain. I can jump out of a plane. I can gather all of these memories, and I'm sure people are going to read my book and probably be able to experience some lovely things with me through my own experiences. But when I get to the end of my days, I'm not going to be with somebody that I can say, do you remember when we danced the tango and we used to be all over each other's fucking toes and feet and we couldn't do it, and now look at us. And I think the greatest thing is what's been so difficult for me because of having a physical condition and not having my mum and dad and my family take responsibility for the fact that I'm not perfect. I do have faults. I've got a faulty body. You know, I do have a emotional regulation stuff that I have to work with on every day. You know, at the end of the day, you know, I didn't come out of my mother's womb and go on to my mother's breast and into my mother's arms. I was an abandoned baby, you know, so I've done the best that I can with what I have done. And, you know, people have come in and all these people argued over me and, you know, everybody wanted me, but actually nobody wanted me. And that's the fact. So I've done it on my own pretty much my entire life. And I haven't succeeded with the things that I want. You know, I still don't have my camera. I still don't have my equipment. I've been a self-sacrificer pretty much most of my life because you become a people pleaser because you always think they're going to get rid of you. They're going to get rid of you. You're going to turn up and they're going to kick you out and they're going to get rid of you. And it's like, stop this. I actually looked at the situation the other day. Dean's just got his headphones on, ignoring it all. It's what annoys me. It's what annoys me. I need partnership, mate. Real, true partnership. Partnership, yeah? Real partnership. From somebody coming from an enabling point of view. So, like, even today, Dean borrowed my laptop, yeah? And I went, oh, perfect. My headphones are broken. The boys have broken my headphones. What do you want on, sweetheart? What do you want? What do you want? What's that mean? What's that? Tilly, I just explain. No, it's okay. Just speak a little slower. What do you want? Your doggy? I can't sort of lift you at the moment. What do you want, sweetheart? Telly? Okay. Mr. Tumble? Yeah. So, like, I said, oh, fantastic. Can I just use your headphones then? And it's like, no, I can't. And it's like, really? So you can sit down on my laptop. It's been paid by somebody for me to write my book. You give me no time whatsoever to be with the kids so I can actually do the writing. But you'll take from me, but then you don't support me. And it's like, nah. And I thought this about me mum and my dad the other day. And I thought, do you know what? All these people, not one of them will be there when I'm not well. Not one of them will be pushing me in a wheelchair. Not one of them will be, you know, helping me fulfill my bucket lists or dreams or anything like that. So I'm just not willing to give up on my life anymore. If I have to make memories by myself and live with my memories with me and not have anyone to share them with or a good group of friends that I can share these memories with, so be it. I would rather be on my own, living true to me, being up at sunrise and sunset, rather than laying in the morning, waking up at sunrise thinking, well, I can't go out because I must be shagging this man and that man and I've got to be 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and how long am I going to be? And God, you were 40 minutes or an hour. Yeah, I'm doing it, darling. What was I actually putting in my wisdom? And, yeah, these social workers as too. Yeah, I've had it. I'm 42. I don't need some 21-year-old social worker who's never had kids writing a parental report on me. And I don't need people that have been in my life. Well, I've known Dean for 5 years. I have probably spent 9 months of them 5 years in his time, probably even less than that. And I've given birth to 2 of his children, who actually I gave birth on my own in the end. So I'm done with people because I've kept it, because for me, I thought it was normal. Peppa Pig talks about it. You have a dad, you have a mum, you have a nan, a granddad, 2 of them from each parent. And you have maybe a brother or a sister, maybe 2 of them. And you have cousins and everything. And you're meant to be this really close family, and your father is meant to be your protector, and your mother is meant to be the one that takes you out to make sure you've got the right dress for court when you're going to be in your shoes, and dad makes sure that, all right, my daughter's really scared about being in this situation. I'm going to train with her, being that I'm a sensi, because I realise that my daughter's power's been taken away from her. I realise people have done something to my daughter that's completely traumatised her, and she's been in trauma ever since this happened, and nobody has understood or got this. Yeah, so all I want to do is straighten up my kitchen, straighten up my living room, straighten up my home, so I can sit at the end of the day and put my feet up. I can chill out, being that the state pays for the rent, the state pays for it. Sorry to you men out there that think that us women, us baby mamas, are meant to sit on government benefits while you come back, go, do what you want. And then you want to call parent alienation on us, because then we've had enough of your shit, because we can't tell our kids where your dad is, because it's none of our business. We can't tell our kids when daddy's coming, because it's none of our business. They turn up when they turn up because you're not in control. But I'm sorry, children need stability. And so do the mums, because if mum's not right, the kids are not right. If mum's not up and on her feet, the home's not. Because mums like me don't have men that actually go to work and make sure that the mortgage and the bills are covered so mum can get up to be mum. Yeah? Now we got mums having to get balls about them. Mums having to be men. Mums are having to be dads. Yeah? Because they're having to provide the roof over their heads, even if it is with government, and then they're struggling even more. They don't have help with childcare, or they got to stuff their kids into the government state, all because now we live in a society where we're so damn self-centered that actually, when I brought the food home, it was for everybody. When Dean brings home, I'm invisible. And on that note, I need to go and sort my kids out. Because clearly, Daddy busy. Yeah? Daddy busy.